Hello, everybody. Welcome back to FMA Talks. This time we have with us Coach Arnold Narzo from Manila. Welcome. How are you, first of
Okay.
all?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, and thank you for being part of your show. And yeah, so good day to all the listeners. Here is night. So, and there, what time is it? It's morning,
Here is 3 3:15
afternoon,
in
in
the
the
afternoon,
afternoon.
and the
Okay, so
weather is
yeah, good
cold.
afternoon. Oh wow, good afternoon to all the viewers, and yeah, it's too cold.
How's
Okay.
the weather there? How's the weather in Manila?
Uh yeah, here is still hot. Sometimes it rains, but still hot and humid.
Coach Arnold, okay, first of all, I would like you to introduce yourself and speak about your teachings, your
Mhm,
experiences in the Filipino martial arts. Do you call it Filipino martial arts, FMA?
mhm. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm Coach Arnold Narzo, 53 years old here in the Philippines. I am the head chief instructor of Ilustrisimo Repetition Orihinal under the lineage of the late Master Tony Diego. Okay, so a little bit history. First, what is Ilustrisimo Repetition Orihinal? Or we call it KIRO, KIRO acronym. So Calis means laid. Ilustrisimo is coming from the family name of the founder, Antonio Tatang Ilustrisimo. Repetition. Repetition is a K of the system. We do it some repetition of the system until to make it perfect. And original is we're talking about the student is originally the successor or coming from student of Tatang Ilustrisimo because now there were lots of people now saying I'm studying Ilustrisimo, I'm Ilustrisimo teacher, I trained from Tatang. So yeah, there are lots of pretenders now around the world using Ilustrisimo. So in our group,
Yeah, yeah.
because
In
before,
this moment, it's really, really trendy.
yeah, yeah, that's true.
Everybody,
So
everybody woke up, and they started with Tatang Ilustrisimo.
yeah, the story is the true story is like just visit one day Luneta and took pictures with Tata, and then he said, "Oh, they are direct students of Tata." Actually, it was Master Tony who teach it them first, and then when they have the idea, and then Master Tony showed it to Tatang, or he introduced Tatang. Otang, this is our guest, and then like Tatang like driving to like they're dancing. So when he knows how to do the footwork, and then Tatang tried to feed them, and then now they call themselves as a student. And sounds like they're training for a long years with the grandmaster.
But
Yeah, so
you were part of
mhm.
the Babakan International.
The Bakbakan was headed by Grandmaster Master Topher Ricketts. But now when Master Topher died, it was his son Brandon who continued the lineage of his father. The
Okay.
Bakbakan Kali Ilustrisimo. So the story is before we have Tatang has a we have a senior student. One is Tony Diego, the successor of the system, and Tufer Ricketts. Now he his son now who carry his lineage, and then the other guy like Master Yudi Rumo, and then some other like Master Romy Macapagal now. But they have their own interpretations and understanding of what this illustrismo is. So what I'm teaching is the system how Master Tone systemized college illustrismo to be teach to the public. Because before when
Mhm.
I started training with Tata in 19 officially 1993 because during 90s I just like I was just like I just was watching them in Luneta. So every Sunday early in the morning they're there training, and then there's a guy he don't recognize me like you've been here for a long time, why you not joining us? So I'm like, huh, can I join? Like, sure, why not? So I was officially joined the Calis Ilustrisimo group, Luneta. That was 1993. Before I joined Eskrima, because Tatang called this system before Eskrima, or Eskrima or Bastonero. They don't have, he didn't put a name before. He only,
No,
his system he
you
only
don't
called
use the
Eskrima.
name. You don't know. You don't use the name Kali.
Yeah, no, because Kali, actually there's no such thing as a Kali word here in the Philippines. Uh, it
Yeah,
was uh, it was starting in the US. Say Kali. They say
yeah.
Kali means
I
two
always,
words.
I
Kali
always,
means, yeah.
I always ask this question because we are giving the future with a friend Andrea Rollo.
Mhm.
He's a real student of history of the Philippines. We are preparing a podcast about the word Kali with
Mhm.
dictionaries and everything to explain that it was from the USA.
Yeah. So yeah, so because they said that, oh, when they asked what is Kali, because some others said Kali is the mother art of the
Yeah,
Filipino
yeah.
martial arts. Like, we were surprised, like, what? So because they said Kali means Kali coming from the two words. Kali is ka coming from kamot. Kamot means hand, and li means lihok, or
Lihok.
movement. He said kamot lihok, hand movement. So like, if you think of it, like, it's not directly referring into like a stick or a sword. So because hand movement. So even though you don't have weapon, then you can call it kali. Okay, kasi this is kamot lihok. So yeah,
Okay,
so
and
there's
another
yeah.
stupid question is the last one. It's about the word panantukan. It's the same for you, panantukan. There is no panantukan in the Philippines.
And, yeah, panuntukan. We don't have that word panuntukan. We have suntukan. Suntukan means fist fight. Okay,
Okay,
so panuntukan. Sometimes panantukan, panuntukan. So we don't have that kind of word. We say, when you say panuntok, panuntok. The word panuntok is this, my fist, panuntok. When I let it go, now it was a fist. It's a blow. So suntok. So
okay,
when we exchange blows, then we go suntukan. Okay, we don't have those panuntukan or panantukan, whatever. I don't know. Still, it's coming from America.
okay. Okay. Um,
Yeah.
go. I have many questions, but I cannot take you keep you here for 4 or 5 hours. So please go.
Yeah. So yeah. So a little bit background. So when Tatang died, all seniors have their own group. So it was Master Tony who invited me to continue my training under him. So we have he teaches in a small gym in Binondo, owned by Tom Ditang, his longtime student. And Master Tony declared Tom as his successor that time, uh, before Tom went to Canada and lived for good. And since Tom doesn't want to be called Grandmaster also, said then, no, 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 don't call me Grandmaster. Even Master Tony don't call Master, he don't want to be called Grandmaster. So when Tom went to America, no, in Canada, he didn't teach at all. So when he left, so Master Tony told me, no, you continue teaching here in the Philippines because no one can teach under his lineage. So yeah, so as I said, we don't have, right. That's why people, I address my name as a coach because this is it. Some other, we call it FMA. Again, FMA, it's coming from a foreign country because here we don't call it FMA before. So we see, like, people ask me, like, why not address want to be called like grandmaster? Okay, this is my understanding of the grandmaster. So you should be the founder of the system. If you are grandmaster, you should be the creator or the propagator of the system. So I'm not propagating the system. I learn, what I teach now is coming from a teacher. So I will be a student forever. So Tatang is the only grandmaster because he experienced, or he used his knowledge of martial arts during his time. defending himself. And Master Tony, she like Master Tony is the second to Tatang. She like, okay, that's what people call me, but that only call me Master. Don't call me Grandmaster. So since Master Tony is my teacher, so I told people that don't even tie my name to Master Tony because Master Tony is Master Tony. He's really great teacher and a best fighter. So Tatang, Master Tony, then it's me now. So I prefer to call Coach, Guru, or Kuya. Kuya is like older brother, or they can call me straight to my name. I don't care titles because we don't care titles here. Yeah, the organization of Ilustrisimo Repeticion Orihinal, we don't care about title and we don't care about certificates. Because as we
Okay.
said,
Okay.
your certificates is your movement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I agree. I totally agree. You are just back from the world tour. You went. How many countries you visited in this
Uh,
last month?
Actually, it's not a world tour. It's like a US tour because I only inside US. So yeah, I have like 2.5 months traveling around US. So I went LA. I did a seminar. I did a private and a group class. They invited me some college school to do some workshops. Then I went to San Francisco, and then San Francisco to Sacramento. So I did a couple of workshops from college schools, and then back to LA for my final seminar in Glendale, and then moved to Washington D.C. for a week for another couple of workshops, and then from Washington D.C. I went to Fort Myers, Florida, and then from Florida another week in Florida, and then fly to Ohio. So a week in Ohio, and then in Ohio to North Carolina. So I did 1 week seminars there, and I also invited Grandmaster Bobby Tabuada,
I
Balitawak
saw.
on his
I saw you.
on
Yeah,
his
I saw
birthday.
you
Yeah,
with karaoke. I saw the karaoke video of you with Master Bobby Tabuada.
yeah. He loves to sing, and we're both Cebuano,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we spoke the same dialect. We were there. I enjoy so much with Grandmaster Bobby Dabuana. He's a nice, very nice person and low profile Grandmaster. I like him. Yes, and then after
I thought. I
North
thought I saw
Carolina,
you also in Australia. Am I wrong? I saw you
no,
in
no, not
Australia
yet.
also some photos. No.
Yeah, I never been in Australia.
Okay.
I've been in Europe, like Spain and Germany, Belgium, Croatia, and France. I was in France in 2019.
Mm, mm,
Yeah.
okay.
So I never been in Australia, but they're planning to have me. Some people talk to me, and they're planning to have me hopefully this year. Yeah, this year a little bit. This coming year, hopefully, God's will, a little bit busy because US again is they're planning to have me again in May, and some people in Europe they're talking also for my travel. I think hopefully early on February, and then other guy from Canada and Australia also like the message me if I'm willing to go. Like yeah, if there's an invitation, why not?
Okay. Coach Arnold, the first time I saw you, I must say thank to my friend Max Panizzo. He told me there's a master. His name is Arnold Narzo. You gotta watch him. And I found these videos from you. You were in a park. I don't think it was Luneta Park. It was somewhere else. There
Yes.
was no people around. You only teach one by one, or you also have regular classes?
Yeah, I have a regular classes. Mostly here now after the pandemic, most is people from other countries did some onlines, and then I also have a private like militaries, doctors, lawyers, and then I have my group class Saturdays in Makati, and then in my big class is at the park is Sunday. So before pandemic, we used to train at Loretta Park, but when the pandemic happens, they closed the Luneta until now. So they did not yet allow people go inside those park where we train. Now we train at the Arrozilos Park, so it's a nice park also. So our group is the only allowed to use that area every Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you train also other styles of Filipino martial arts, or the Calis Illustrissimo was your first one?
I am a pure Calis Ilustrisimo practitioner because before 1980 because I was born in here in Manila, and then when my parents brought me to Cebu when I was 5 years old, and then uh, I grew up there until I finished my high school. Then after when I was 17 years old, I'm moving back to Manila. Since I love sports that time, so when I used to jog one Sunday in Luneta, I saw a lot of different kinds of martial arts. There's a group of boxers, taekwondo, karate, and then it caught my attention as the escriba because I hear tick tock, like what's that? What that sounds? So I hear. Then I stop and watching. There's a group that holding sticks, and then the tick tock, like it's like to noise to my ear. So I move to other group, the same. They have the stick, but they're doing some kicks like a karate form with stick. Like what's that? Karate with stick? So you're like, I don't like that one. And then I move another group and observe, and it's like the same. Tick tock, hey, tick tock, hey. Like so I move around, and then there's a group that sounds like they're fighting because when Bisaya people talk, they have a loud voice. So like what happened? They look like they're fighting, but they're exchanging knowledge or exchanging some this is it, this is it. So later I found out that it was Ilustrisimo. So it was got my attention like wow, I like this one. So I stayed watching until I joined the Kalis Ilustrisimo of Tatang.
Okay. Okay. Um, I would like to ask you about the footwork of Calis Illustrissimo.
Yeah. Footworks. We have different kind of footworks depending on the distance because there are long range, medium range, and close range. So there are footworks that are used for long range, footworks that applicable only in medium range, and footwork that useful in close range. Okay. So in long range, we have those we call it a back and forth. We call it retirada
Hmm.
atracada. So back and forth. So we move to the left or we slide to the right. It depends on how the angle of the attack coming from my opponent. Okay, so if a straight attack, if the straight line attack, I may be moved to the side with a little bit step back. Now, if the attack is a little bit wide, then I have a little slide sideways to my right to evade the attack to the opponent.
Hmm.
Okay, now We have like retirada atrapada. We call it lutang. Lutang is like one leg is hanging as you step back, and then we have also we call it an ikis. So it's the ikis is we're not crossing legs. We're not like when you punch, you have to squeeze your balls so to maintain your balance. So that's how we have ikis. And then when it comes to medium range, our footwork is we call it tatlong bao palihis. Tatlong bao like triangle footwork. Triangle footwork. Somebody call it female triangle, female footwork. We got here.
Yeah, yeah.
Move to the side, move to the side. Okay. So that's for medium range. Now, if we are in the close range distance, if I move to the sideways right away, possible that I got hit. So what I have to do is I have a little bit step back to create space and then go the triangle footwork. So that's what three kinds of distances and different kinds of footwork in each distance.
I saw somewhere that Tatang also used to keep the sword on the abierta side and hardly went on the
Mhm.
other side. Is it true?
In what video? For example, like okay, when she abierta, open position here. When she sarada, this is my position.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I'm here, if my hand is open, this is where I start my movement. If my hand is encerrada, I don't need to bring to abierta to react against the attack of my opponent. So if my hand is here, then I start reacting if my hand is encerrada, or if my hand is in abierta, I start countering the attack. So this is our abierta and cerrada position. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. I would like to ask you also the situation in the Philippines about Filipino martial arts. How is going right now? If the Philippines are starting to train more and more their art, and or the karate, taekwondo, or kung fu still really trendy there.
Okay. During 90s, the scriba is not yet popular here because they call it as like martial arts for poor people. Okay, so what do you mean? What do you mean? I'm saying is martial arts for the poor people. Okay, because usually the you can see people who's working in a community. They call it a barangay police, community police. Their weapon is the stick. So that's why people they call it that's martial arts for the poor people because during 90s they are more on a foreign martial arts like taekwondo. Taekwondo is a big organization here before the karate. Karate during 70s, 80s karate. And then it becomes the taekwondo. And then now it becomes like the MMA now, the mixed martial arts is popular. The the eskrima starting to become popular when foreigners are coming to the Philippines. Right. So some people were surprised why foreigners is like to train Filipino martial arts. They call it eskrima than those foreign like taekwondo and other martial arts, foreign martial arts. So some Filipino people are a little bit like what is inside the eskrima, why foreigners loves to come to the Philippines and train. And then yeah, so When the Escrima, when one of the senators was trading Ilustrisimo before, he was trading Ilustrisimo before when his younger days. When he became a senator, now he includes uh, the Escrima curriculum into the the curriculum of the school. Okay, because before it's not part of the curriculum in school. Now they put this as a national sports in the Philippines. They changed the national sports of the Philippines because before the national sports they call it sepak takraw. The sepak takraw is not actually it's like I think it's an Indonesian game. Now he
Yeah.
changed into Escrima now, or they call it Arnis. Because okay, this is it. In Cebu, where lots of Escrimadors, they call it Escrima. When it came to Manila here, Manila, they call it Arnis. Okay. So now they include the Arnis as the curriculum in school. So that's why the Escrima now is popular now here in the Philippines. So there are lots of practitioners now. But the problem is since some Filipinos are traveling around the world promoting Philippine martial arts, and some people now say, oh, maybe it's a good business, or maybe it's a good way of how to get money. So now some others train in like a week, and now they're teaching now. That's the problem. Everybody now, usually as I travel, that's my experience because they train a few days and then they want to teach. They
Yeah.
train couple of days as certificates because they want to be a teacher. Like that's what I have observed as now when the Filipino martial arts Filipino martial art becomes popular. So that's here in the Philippines. They started to growing up. Lots of practitioners, lots of Filipinos now is training FMA here now than before.
But it's strange because if you watch videos on YouTube, it's full of videos from old teachers. Teachers that now is pretty old, 70, 80 years old, and you can see them really young playing in Luneta Park. So
Hmm.
I always wonder why the Filipinos see in Luneta so many teachers, so many people playing with the sticks, and don't wonder what is this.
What do you mean? What is the
Uh,
specific question?
It's many videos that now is possible to watch on YouTube are from old
Uh-huh,
masters,
uh-huh, uh-huh.
but I think those videos are from the 80s and the 90s. So I wonder
Mm.
why people is still training karate, taekwondo, while there is so many teachers in Luneta and in the streets training with sticks. So there was no curiosity for that.
Uh yeah, so lots of old videos because now some people is they trying to upload the old videos that to promote their system. Okay, so they're looking for old pictures or old movement of the grandmaster just to say, oh, this is our system because as my observation, maybe those new generation cannot yet really or fully understand the system that he learns. So that's why just to promote the system, they use his grandmaster on YouTube just to promote the system. Maybe that's my understanding. That's my
Okay, okay.
understanding.
Coach Arnold, how does it work? If somebody new come to you and wants to train Calis Illustrissimo, how did it start? How does it start? With the footwork, basic strikes? How does it work?
Yeah, of course. It's like boxing. When you train boxing, they teach you how to throw punches. So it's the same with our system. We teach you how to properly strike before teaching those blocking. Okay, strikes, the efficiency of the strike, the right target, the elbow. Because when you strike, It's like we always say, oh, it's look like our body is the box. So every time we strike, we don't swing big swing too much, because always the question is how about if I miss? It's a big opening. So we're teaching them how to be move
Great,
tightly
great.
in the
Yeah.
strikes. Yeah,
Is
and
it
then of
also
course
because
footwork.
you think that you're using a blade and not a stick? It depends also on that.
Yeah, we're using blade. We use blade. We use stick, but for the beginners, we suggest them to use blades, because if you train with stick, sometimes it's you are not aware of the edge because it's round. So sometimes they
Yeah.
cut like that, they cut like this. Sometimes
Correct.
they turning rest, they turn the rest. Now keep on training with the stick for 3 years. Now after that, if you translate into blade, now your movement of the blade that you're holding is like a stick. So you're doing like this now. So you're not slashing, you're slapping using your blades because of your behavior of your sticks training. So in
Mm.
Ilustrisimo, we will teach you how to hold the blade so that you're aware of the edge. So you cut properly using the edge. Now, if you translate into the stick, now this is what to say, that you treat your stick like a blade because you train first with the blade. Then others saying, "Oh, we treat our stick like a sword, but the train stick the whole time." Now, if they hold the stick, if they hold the blade, the same movement. So they treat their blade like a stick. In Ilustrisimo, we treat our stick like a blade. So in reverse, because you're starting
Okay.
training with the blade, and you are aware of the edge when you strike. Usually from here, they go like backhand, because this is how the way you train with the stick. And then, as I said, they loves to twirl or twist the wrist. But in blade, you cannot twist your wrist when
Yeah.
using blade. Okay.
Yes. Yes. And what part of your training you start to let your student also use knives?
Knives.
Does it start from the beginning? They used knives
No, no,
from the beginning, or you wait
no.
just
Yeah. So you wait until he finish the curriculum of the blade oriented, because
okay.
it's the same, because blade is just a long blade, and still the it's a short variation of the blade, the knife. So you know how to do footwork with the blades, and the same movement if you have a knife. Same, you slash and you thrust, because in long swords you can also slash and thrust.
Okay.
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 The different of the knife is the left hand, the live hand should be active, because you need to parry and slash, parry and stab, because
It's like
in long
when
swords,
you are
yeah,
in medium range with the sword, medium range,
yeah, you're right,
it's
yeah,
more or less the same.
mostly, yeah, more in medium range and close range. So the left hand is working, helping the weapon hand to penetrate inside, because sometimes he slash and block or slash and parry. So we don't have this exercises, we
Hmm.
don't have tapping ourselves, because
Okay.
again for us it will be a body habit. So if you have a blade or you have a knife at the same at the left hand, instead of parrying, then you're slashing your own self, because we believe that how the way you practice is that your natural movement or natural reaction.
Okay. And is it the same also for the espada y daga?
Uh-huh. Yeah,
It comes then in your curriculum?
yeah. So after you pass all those solo weapons, and then the next step is we call it a punta y daga. Okay,
Mm.
the punta y daga is the, for us in our system, is the highest level forms of the spada y daga, because the spada y daga, like spada spada daga, spada spada daga. So if we go like advanced, now it's like a point slash dagger. So we go like a point right away. So I'd go my long swords after I use the defense. I go thrust, and then followed by the dagger. So it's a point. So it's a point and the dagger. That's why they call it Punta y Daga.
Okay.
Yeah.
Empty hands. Do you have also some boxing empty hands that comes from the Ilustrisimo system, or usually you don't teach or train empty hands?
Yeah, we train empty hands just inside the group only, like because empty hands is like sometimes we adapt the movement with the stick. For example, you strike a parry and slash. It's just the same when you try to punch me. So I parry and try to scratch your face instead of punch. So I parry and try to scratch the face, or I just like poke the eye. I parry and poke the eye. So it's the same. So if I have a sword here and you can I parry your hand and then slash. Okay, now it becomes a punch. So I parry the punch and then try to scratch the face. It's just the same movement.
Okay.
So we adapt. But
Uh,
we practice like Master Tony teaches like they call it dirty boxing. It's about dirty movement, boxing movement, but dirty applications. So you can do still boxing, punch, punch, punch. Like, okay, this is illegal, close fist. This is illegal as fingers open, right? In boxing. So that's
yeah.
why Master Tony call it dirty boxing.
Okay.
Eh,
Okay. What do you hope for the future of the Philippine of the FMA?
what as I observe every time I travel, and some people also who try to approach me and try to train with me for only a week and asking like right away certificates. And some other people also approach me like they train from other system and now they want to do some seminars that learns half of the system. So my advice is like have respect respect your teachers, respect the system that you learn. Don't make it as a commercial. Okay, so now if you train, just finish the one system before you jump to other system.
Yeah.
Again, not right away. Don't after the certificates. And some other people who try to train FMA, don't bribe your teachers, because now here some other teachers allowed some students to be bribed, like, oh, I give you 20,000 and then just give me certificates. No, no, no. So what I'm trying to see for the future a bit, hopefully those teachers who teaches FMA teaches with the heart, teaches with the heart, not just because only of money. Yeah, of course, we can earn a little bit as a teacher. We can earn a little bit money, but not after the money. It's not the money; it's the outcome of your teaching. Because what happened of your student, it goes back to you. We said, the student of course Arnold, and then he got stopped. So nobody believes me. Okay, so uh, so I lost student. So I lost student that time. So here in our system, when we teach with heart because it's up to you.
Hmm.
It's up to you. It's up to you how to be good, because like I'm teaching you this and then you help yourself, you teach by yourself. Like for example, you just only attend a Sunday class, so there's a 6 days before you meet before you go Sunday class. So those 6 days try to help yourself, review yourself, so that when you come to the days of training, so you keep improving, not just you just only go for or hold your stick during training time. So yeah, so this is my I can say, or my dreams again of the Philippines. I hope those teachers who teaches around the world teaches with heart, teaches the real one, not selling their system. Don't prostitute their martial arts. Okay, so this is hopefully just to respect their teachers, teach with heart.
Okay. Okay. Many people is teaching every type of stuff or weapon or thing to use as a weapon. For example, the karambit, the tomahawk,
Uh-huh.
the sarong, and everything. Uh, I know that there is no such things in the Calis Illustrissimo, right?
Uh-huh. yeah. No, no. We try to use different kinds of weapons, but the karambit is we don't practice the karambit. The tomahawk, we use the tomahawk. It's how I use the blade. It's the same application, right?
Yeah.
The tomahawk. The sarong, we call it handkerchief, so not those long. We have those sometimes we practice the sarong in a situation like, for example, or you don't have your opponent has a knife, so maybe this one can help. So we practice those handkerchief, how to disarm and tie it using the handkerchief. Yeah, we did that, but the karambit is we leave it to the other instructors because
Okay.
we are not like a drugstore or a Mercury or how you call how to say that, a grocery store that everything
Yeah.
is there.
Discount.
So yeah,
Discount.
yeah.
Does it often happens that someone comes to you for a week and then get back in his country, open up a school, and create
Mhm.
other instructors?
There are some other people because here in our organization in our system, we will not yet right away let just you come and 10 days and then you go back to your uh to your place to teach. No, we will not allow right away. We will not allow away to teach. You can teach because of course we cannot hold on you for that. You can teach because you need some partner, but you can teach like a backyard group. But you cannot yet promote or
Yeah.
do a seminar because you are not yet a full teacher. So yeah, you can teach. We train with me like 10 days, and then you go back to your place, and then you have like a friend who wants to train. That's good because it helps you for to review, and then you can share as what you learn. But if you want really teach Ilustrisimo, yeah, keep coming back and let's see, or bring some student. I have to watch you how, or I try to test your student if you're really teaching well. If your student can move or pass, then you can pass it as a
Okay.
teacher because you know how to teach. So so because we will not right away. We will not right away give you or allow you to teach right away. Because for me, my point is like you are my mirror. Once you teach, you are my mirror. So once you have a student, I also have student. If you don't know how to teach and you don't have student, so I don't have students too. So that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my points of view.
I agree. Your programs for the future. Do you
Hmm.
have some scheduled training or seminars around the world, or coming back to
Yeah.
Europe?
Yeah, they have like a plan yet, so not yet final. So on Monday, people from Spain is coming here for the train. One is from Madrid and one is from Barcelona. So we talk here in the Philippines about my travels in Europe because some other people just only waiting. See, like it happens that you have mostly I travel Spain. I've been there for I think 3 times in Spain or 4 times. Yeah. So he said that it happens that if you travel Spain, now just call us because we want you to also to invite like one of my students in Switzerland. He said like, hey coach, it happens that if you're in Spain, because it's the same visa, so I can travel
Yeah.
Switzerland using visa Spain. And then one he said like one also student of mine said like, hey coach, if it's happened, then you can just pass here also in Germany. So yeah, we're yeah. There's no yet final. They're coming here. They arrive on Monday, December 4th. So we talk about that, and then we will announce. And then US also is planning to have May on May. So back in May, and then one of organizer Danny Garcia is now starting calling some peoples that who wants to invite me so he can map it out. So how the way up here, and there, and then back. So yeah, so not yet final, but they're telling me that they're starting to talk people. So once it's finalized, and then this the time I also file my visa, my Schengen, and my US visa again because my travels the US they only gave me like 4 months
Hmm.
US visa. So and then there's also another invitation. in Canada. He said like if it happens that because there's a new law that once you have a US visa now I can cross Canada. It's like yeah, that's good. So he said that if it happens, if I can confirm that I can cross Canada once I have US visa, and then people in Canada also are preparing themselves to have me. So yeah, so they're planning. No yet final. Just I arrived recently, so I told them just give me a break. Just a little bit
Okay.
jet lag. Yeah, yeah.
I asked you about
Mhm.
the situation of Filipino martial arts in the world. I would like to ask you now the situation of Calis Ilustrisimo in the world. How is going? People is getting to know more and more about that.
Yeah. So the College Illustrissimo now has divided into I can say faction because we're still in good terms with other teachers like my seniors Master Yuli Romo, so he also teaching but
I made the interview
he
with
go
Antonio
yeah
Ilustrisimo last week. Last week.
yeah he has other interpretation of his Kalis Ilustrisimo, and then Yuli Rumi Macapagal, Master Rumi Macapagal also has his own interpretation of Ilustrisimo, and same as Master Tony Diego. What I'm teaching now is this a little bit uh, the same interpret. No, not the same interpretation from them. So yeah, so it's just people who attended our seminars can judge which will be which of us among of us they like it so much. But this is not competition because I respect all my seniors because they've been also it happens as my teacher during that time when I joined because I was the youngest practitioners and the last student of Tatang that time. So they are part of my experience also in this university. They shared before. So now, because as what I was shared, uh, this is how his interpretation of teaching Ilustrisimo and then other also teachers is also yeah, I cannot tell the whole situation of Ilustrisimo around the world, but as far as I concerned in my organization, we're doing good. People, there's a good acceptance from me when I did seminars around US, and then they said like they want me to they have me to be back. They said like coach, hopefully you can back next year because they want to train more.
Okay.
I can
Okay.
see, yeah.
Okay.
It's all I can see in my organization.
Uh, Coach Arnold, it was real pleasure to talk with
Uh-huh.
you. I hope I can invite you in the
Thank you
future
so much.
also to talk again about the what happened in the meantime between the podcast and later. So I hope you
Sure,
will
yeah.
come again and accept the
Yeah,
invitation.
sure. Why not? Yeah. Thank you so much also for
Thank you. Thank you
being
for
part of
accepting.
this podcast.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you again. Bye bye.
Bye.